We got ourselves BC Locks over for the team one. What did that camera do just now? BC Locks over for the team one with Chilpas. Also on a bit of a standby. Kevin looks like he's going to be first up as an arms warrior. Very brave to go up as an arms. We got Shadowlands in the back as a Hampton Shaman together with Shadow Mage, which is, Shadow Sage. I literally got it wrong. Knight is going to be first up as a Feral Druid. Going for the opener. Going to be immediate Stormbolt out of Kevin, though. I'm not really sure why Knight swapped out of a bear or out of cat form for a second, but it's going to be bear form with Thorns. Kevin just trying to see if he can take that big old hammer. It can blast it out. Knight does go for the interrupt on the Kamok while they're in bear form. They try to go for like self-heal while in bear. Wall. Thorns trying to go for a bit of a bash, which Kevin couldn't quite do it. There's going to be a trick out of Nightness charged by Kevin Land, who's got himself the parry. So Nightness can't even go to a counter offensive. He just popped his whole cooldowns defensively. All he can really do is run, maybe go back in bear form, but like, what is he really going to do in order to stay alive? Charge over Nightness doesn't go down. What is second Stormbolt? Doesn't Mage just die right here? Barskin? Is that going to be it? Does he just go down, try to go for a bit of a frenzied regen? Kevin just got him on the ropes. Kevin needs another charge. Charge execute. Maybe does he have it right here? Oh my god, Nightness trying to see if he can turn around, maim. No way you survive that, right? No way you live that. Wait a second. Hold on. Kevin charges around the corner. Does he get to catch up to him? Needs sliding side of the Feral Druid. Does catch him for a second. Quick route to follow. Big executes. Can just slam me, just pulverizing this Feral Druid. But the tough bear fur just keeping him alive. How is he still alive? Stormbolt out of bear form. Perfect for Kevin. I think he's just going to commit through the Thorns. Blade Storm right after. Nightness still has a little bit of health to work with. Kevin is getting kind of low in health of his own as Thorns are just continue to prick at him over and over. Still super. Oh my god, finally. He just did a one big crit execute. He had him solo for so long. Oh my god, man. Oh my goodness, Kevin. What's next? Is it going to be Viserys? Does Kevin have some second wind? I don't know if Kevin got second wind, but he's going to charge out towards Sereth with the reflect immediately. He has to make sure you lock it down the Evoker as best as possible. Does that a super strike just now? Spear into Evoker, can't really go anywhere. This is where Kevin needs to play it very, very carefully. The Evoker trying to see if he can make sure to aim the Fire Breath. Big Dragon's Rage, Dragon's Deep Breath onto Kevin. Kevin got nothing left, and that's going to be quick as it comes by the Evoker. As he got himself the full mastery, quick strangulate by the Death Knight. The Sleepwalk is going to get interrupted. Viserys can swap out to red spells in case he wants to get himself a little bit more output. Chill Pills does use full cooldowns at the ready. IBF not letting him really go, or I think it was Death's Advance that didn't really let him go anywhere. Didn't get knocked up. Got himself the Shroud, so he's immune to CC. Could go for the Obsidian Scales too, in order to make sure he can't really be interrupted. Going to be an AMS, but Chill Pills, so he's able to avoid that sleep effect completely. Can do some damage, but he can't really lock down Viserys at all. Deep Breath, it's not really going to do that much damage to Chill Pills. I think that AMS really helping him stay alive for as long as possible. Strangulate as Viserys goes in for a bit of a heal. Viserys may just have to go Obsidian Scales and just start self-killing himself. Could be a stun on Chill Pills, trying to see if he can root the Death Knight for a little bit. Going to be Wraith Walk into a sleep immediately. Try to go for recovery. Chill Pills doesn't really have much in order to deal with the CC from Viserys for a little bit. A charted surge by the Evoker with the sleep on the Chilpas looking for a bit of recovery. Chilpas could potentially be in a bad spot. That's going to be full mastery burst coming up from the Viserys very, very soonish. Trying to go for a bit of disintegrate. Going to go for the hover for mobility. Living flame while scouts are up, so you cannot be interrupted. Trinket could still keep casting. Going to be a knockback for Chilpas just a second. Trying to go for as much self-killing as he can. Big mastery burst at the ready. Chilpas better be careful with that AMS. Big breath by Viserys. Which a deep breath on Chilpas could be in big trouble. The man I think could be going down. Massive shadow Chilpas. AMS to follow. Viserys trying to play defensively. It's going to get interrupted. That's going to be quite a bit of damage breaking through. It's going to go for CC immunity. Chilpas looking for a lot of recovery, but still massive disintegrate from distance. Not much you can do. Big proxy to Chilpas does go for a death back right now, but he's just unable to really heal himself at all. Viserys putting in the pressure, trying to go in the offensive right now if they can. Interrupted into more blue magic. Just could not get CC. Oh my goodness. Viserys does take down Chilled. I think it's the first time we've seen an Evoker take down a Death Knight like that. Gonna be asleep with the Shadowless immediately. Trick it out of the Shaman though. Viserys trying to go for a bit of a shatter. Needs to go defensively into a root of the Shadowless. Trying to go for disintegrates. It's gonna get interrupted. Fire Breath is he kind of limited on what he can really do. I think his wind strikes are just gonna take him down. Yeah, that is actually some Evoker gameplay right there, man. Nice play from Evoker. I gotta agree. Having access to red spells, blue spells, green, bronze, and black Dragonflight spells, and getting interrupted on one of these spells means you still have access to a whole slew of abilities. You know, it's really difficult to lock you down. Breath by Seavark, no chicken for Shadowless, so Seavark can have himself a proper go versus Shadowless. Try to go for the Arcane Surge, maybe looking to knock him back. Actually looks like he kind of messed it up. Still freeze him to Shadowless. I think Seavark is just going to go for a reset until he go again. I think he was trying to get himself a better angle so he could knock Shadowless into a freeze as he goes in for a big setup, and then he goes in for the Kyrian, and then he tries to get himself a big go. He knows what to expect. He's going to expect a breath into a ring, into a knockback, so you can be very, very careful with it. It's going to be okay. He knows it's all going to start for the Polymorph. Trying to see if he can get an interrupt on it. Let's see if he actually does get a juke him out an interrupt. There's potential way Silver could just go for big damage. Does he get to put out the pull stops? Radiant Spark. Shadowless knows exactly what to expect. That's going to be some damage out of Silver. Does Shadowless have any more defensive? Massive Arcane Blast 1, but he does get to survive it. Going to be that Dwarven Rachel. I think maybe even removing the carrying ability. They gave him big demo, but still, barrages are going to be deadly. Does Shadowless have enough to survive this here? Trying to see if he can stop, see if he can place. Does he have a barrage to follow? Does have a barrage hitting him? But oh my god, it's so close. He's so dead. Missiles will do it, maybe. No, he don't, not yet. Barrage doesn't do it enough yet. Oh, but the Fire Blast does finish him. My goodness, man. That was so clutch, so close. Shadowless, he knew exactly what to expect, but you have to be very careful dealing with the Arcane Mage. If you interrupt the wrong ability and let some of that burst go through, there's only so much you can do with it. Going to be immediate succubus. You see as Beast Locks trying to be a little bit more proactive with his control, immediately dropping in a boulder. And to see what I said, he does go for a trinket, trying to get himself a bit of arcane missiles, but he's going to be kept warm with that infernal for a while, trying to see if he can separate away from the infernal as well as the succubus. If he can keep both those pets away from him, that's limiting damage he's taking, but also limits the amount of CC he can take. There's going to be a shadowy portal opening in, though, trying to go for a bit of an invis. Still has a dot rotting him down, and that shadow portal is going to chip away at his shields little by little, even if he's behind the pillar. Going to be Seaver trying to see if he can avoid Beastly into a ring of frost. Does he get to do it? Knocked him, but he actually went over the ring. It's like if you Z-axis a little bit too high up, it actually makes you immune. Big damage on the Seaver. Does he get to take down Beast Locks now? Trying to go for a big Arcane Blast. Does he get to do it? Barrage doesn't do it quite enough. The damage he needs. Double Arcane Orb to follow. Beastly does escape the execute phase for just a second. He's not quite in that execute range. I think he needs to be about 35% health to be in the execute phase. Big blink, just trying to see if we can get away from him. Give it the pet away. That's going to be big breath on the Beastly. Does he have some big barrage to follow? Potentially. Beastly had no health whatsoever. Barrage doesn't quite do it. Missiles. Barrage yet again. Another moment of missiles. Let's see if he just kept fighting through it, kept trucking through it. My goodness, he got no health whatsoever unless Shadow Sage gives him a proper opportunity to reset. I don't think Seaver is going to have an easy time. He definitely needs to go for like an invis, poly onto Shadow. But as long as the man got dots and he's able to cleanse Seaver off any kind of like buffs, it's going to be difficult for Seaver to find himself a proper reset. Polymorph onto Shadow. Trinket to follow. Seaver does have an opportunity here. Now that Shadow Sage trinketed, this is where you can potentially make a big play. Knocking him back, trying to go for Arcane Surge. No more silence, so you can't really stop you. You trap them on Shadow. Perfect opportunity to see if I get some big blaster. Oh my god. He even stole his PI. He even stole his PI. My god, I was gonna say, like, you had to go quick with that burst. You had to be fast. And Seaver took the PI and it was like, mine. Viserion got two? Viserion got two? I guess Viserion did get the warrior right before that, and then he got